It's summertime, so I've been MIA. I hope everyone's having a great summer. As a teacher, I have the time off, and it's been really weird because I've been just having the summertime blues again when I'm not actively doing things and with people and out and about. If I'm just in my home for a day or two, I just get back in this blues, anxious feeling, which is so bizarre. I had it last year too. I made a video about it. I think I took the video down, but that's where I'm at. So I wanted to film more videos over the summer, but I've been in such a weird headspace or I've been busy. So I just haven't, but I'm here now. I was like, okay, I'm about to film a self-tape audition. As many of you know, I do acting on the side. And I thought, well, while I put on my makeup and my hair dries, might as well film a YouTube video. And what's been on my heart has been empathy. Big time. Big time. I almost feel like this is the crux that the world needs at this pivotal moment, this turning point where we're heading into we are in the age of AI, right? But the wave is cresting. And as it gains momentum, I'm thinking we really need to keep this empathy piece in the forefront as humans so we can survive. I was just thinking about how it's just such an important skill. I don't know if you would call it a skill. It's like an innate, I don't want to call it a talent, an innate ability that I feel like of course it's going to be in degrees and on a spectrum, but I feel like most people are either really have high levels of empathy or they're pretty low. I don't know that you're really in the middle too much. It feels like this is one of those things where it's pretty extreme, but you can tell me if I'm wrong. But I've had high levels of empathy my whole life, and I never really, as a kid, you just don't really think too much about when someone's in pain, and then you start physically hurting yourself, or you're watching a movie and you feel like you're actually in it, feeling all the feelings. I never understood why I'd leave a movie theater and I still felt like I was that character walking through the world for a while. It took me a while to shake out of it, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I think that's my empathy kicking in. Really putting yourself in someone's shoes, like really doing it. And I was researching last night, there's 3 different kinds of empathy. I don't have them memorized, but one is putting yourself mentally, like a cognitive empathy, in someone's shoes, but the other one is actually feeling what the person's feeling, and I have that one for sure. And then I forgot the third one. But I was also doing research, a few weeks ago about AI because I'm so fascinated by it, and I forgot what video it was. They were talking about the artificial empathy that they're creating in AI, and how essentially, to me, it's not true empathy. And I just think it's important to remember that, because here's a skill that we have as humans that AI really, I don't know that it could ever really replicate. Maybe it'll get there one day, but I'm thinking of all the things we have to offer. Because I thought it would be our creativity, right? The writing and the music and all of it, but AI is doing that just fine. It's getting better and better by the day, but I'm thinking empathy, you really have to have lived the human experience to know on a very deep, visceral level what someone is feeling and going through, and having it sort of reverberate within your soul and your body. And I think it's so important too, because how else are we going to survive as a species that's always just warring and fighting and disagreeing? And there's always going to be the binary of both things existing at the same time. So you're always going to have a left and a right, a light and a dark, both things, right? So we're in a world where there's duality. And I think empathy comes in and it sees both perspectives equally. And it can feel on a very deep level both perspectives equally. And so it keeps the peace a lot of times. And it reminds us at the end of the day, we're all humans and we're all connected and we all feel the same things in a lot of ways, happiness, sadness, anger, myriad of emotions, right? And these experiences we all go through together collectively, losing a loved one, who hasn't experienced that? Or if you haven't, it's just one of those things. It's inevitable, right? Either you're gonna pass or your loved one's gonna pass, and so someone's either gonna be grieving your loss or you're grieving their loss. Love, joy, experiencing beauty, all the things that we get to experience as humans. So I feel like we have that edge right now. And I just think it's so important to remember how beautiful empathy is. And if you have empathy and it's been weaponized against you, because if you're anything like me, you have a tendency to just attract people that don't want to treat you well because they see that you're so forgiving and you're so loving and you're so kind and compassionate. So almost part of me wants to start a series like an empath survival guide to Earth or whatever to kind of talk myself through it, to talk my audience through it. If you're somebody that feels very deeply, is very sensitive, is very in touch with what other people are feeling around you, this is not the easiest planet to be on, let's be honest. Not the easiest. It's pretty heavy, it's pretty dense. And it can be dark, and it can be sad, and it can be lonely, and it can be scary. But goodness gracious, empathy is such a strength. It's such a gift. If you have it, hold it dear. Because sometimes I get so mad, I'm like, oh, why can't I be just this heartless person? I can get ahead in the world and not care about what people think. It just seems like it'd be so much easier to exist here. But then I'm like, no. Empathy is such a beautiful gift. Such a beautiful gift. Such a win for the light. A win for love, a win for peace. And isn't that a beautiful world to imagine? So for my highly empathetic people who feel like, gosh, you just get abused or you just get overlooked, you are lovely and amazing and beautiful, and you have such a wonderful gift. Don't downplay it. Just learn how to protect it, guide it, nurture it, because it is a gift. And yeah, so maybe I'll start doing some more videos about that. Let me know if that's something that would be of interest. Thank you guys for listening. If you feel like you're highly empathetic, let me know your experiences. If you feel like you're somebody that doesn't really have empathy and you don't understand, feel free to ask questions or tell me your experience too. It's really interesting because I didn't realize that people are walking around the earth until, years ago after getting in something pretty gnarly with somebody that had no empathy. I was like, oh, this is a thing. This is a thing. And I can't help it. So thank you guys so much for listening. I hope you're doing awesome. Hang in there. I'm trying to send you guys so much good energy. It's so important these days because I can feel it. I don't know. I'm like, I don't think this is just me. I feel like just summertime sometimes, even though it's fun and sunny. And of course I say summer in the US, I should say, because other places it's not summer. But here in the US, summertime, there's something, it's like it's so exciting because it is warm and the sun is out and school's out. But at the same time, there's always like it's like the heat. It's like a stifling energy to it too. So maybe that's why summertime blues is a thing. It's just so hot. Yeah, I hope that makes sense. All right, I send you guys so much love. Please take care of yourselves and each other, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye, guys.